Hey guys, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a ball fade tutorial on another client in my class. I start off by cutting the hair down with a 1.5 detachable blade against the grain. Then I go into my trimmers, setting in a ball guideline. You want to make sure that the line is even as possible. And then I flip the clippers around and get into the cleanup portion of the haircut. You want to make sure everything below the guideline is zeroed out, completely bald, as smooth as possible. Now when it comes to the ear, you see I grab it and flip it back so that I can make sure that I'm not going to cut my client or nick him in any way. Okay, as you can see, I come back with the one closed. I'm trying to clean up some of those dark spots and also set the second guideline that I'm going into. These were actually his clippers that he wanted me to test out. I never used Stylecraft, so this was a little out of my element, but I did go ahead and put my wall guards on, which is a system that I feel more comfortable with. Make sure that you keep a brush or a comb in your hand so you can constantly make sure that you're manipulating the hair to lay down in the spot that it's supposed to be in. As you can see, I am in barber school, so a lot of the students are going to be in the background. You will have to excuse them, but I tried to get content for you guys. He was sweating, so he decided to wipe his head. As you can see, I'm trying to just make sure that I'm detailing and trying to clean up those dark spots as much as possible so that I can go in with my next guard. This is still just detail work here. I put my 1.5 on. I want to say that it's closed right now. Actually, it's open. Sorry guys, I couldn't see. But yeah, I'm going in and I'm making sure that I detail a little bit more. As you can see, it's pretty much almost faded. I feel like we got it almost to a desired length. That's just me cleaning it up to make sure that the transition is going to be a lot better when I move down to the next guard in my system. As you can see, I'm continuously playing with that lever, making sure that if it's not cutting anything, I'll close it a little bit more. Now I put my 0.5 guard on. And I'm pretty sure this is all the way open. And as you can see, I'm going up a little bit under where I left off with that one. I put the one back on and flipped it around and start laying the hair down. Put the 1.5 back on, close. Still just trying to clean out my canvas. I see a lot of dark spots there. Okay, now this is no guard open. I'm just trying to feather out that bottom line before I close it. Oh, actually it's closed. Now I just opened it, sorry. Yeah, we get into that cleanup work. You can see as you can see when I did my finger like that, I'm actually looking in the mirror. Make sure that you're referencing your mirror when you're cutting hair so you can see any imperfections. I noticed that a lot of beginner barbers, once we get into school, you never know how important the mirror is, but I trust and believe me when I say the mirror is the most important thing out of every tool that you will have to come equipped for the trade. A lot of us take the mirror for granted. Then I put that one back on, closed, and I'm just going up above that guideline, just trying to lighten it up. As you can see, some dark spots. If you look in the back of his head on the left side and on the right side, you can kind of see how dark it is. And you can start to see that line lightening up. And then I opened it a little bit more so that I can go up above that guideline and clean it out. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of lever play here. Now I'm gonna come back in with my 0.5. I closed it and then I just opened it up. I went halfway. And I'm also cleaning it up with the half a guard on the other side. You guys really can't see this part, but I'm just detailing a lot of the work. I try not to cut out too much of myself so that you guys can see what's going on. He was asking me about the side of his head. He was like, it feels so smooth. He was asking me what I do. This is actually one of the students in my class that also asked me, can I help him learn how to cut? So I don't mind. So a lot of the time I was talking to him in the video, telling him what I'm doing. And whenever you see me slide my hand across the head, that's me looking in the mirror to reference what areas that I need to work on a little bit more. Now I will say everybody does have their own little thing that they do, but this is just mine in general. And then I come in with my FX3 shavers and I am getting it in. I want to make sure that it's smooth and clean. You can see the red bumps on the back of his neck. His skin is like that on the sides a little bit as well. So I try not to irritate his skin as much. So I wasn't pushing too hard when I was cleaning up. As you can see, it's a light motion. That girl is working them shavers, okay? And I'm still keeping my brush in my hand brushing. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a smooth transition. I always make sure that I lift the client's skin up so that I can get a closer shave, or I can stretch the skin so that I'm not going up above a certain point. As you can see, when I'm flicking it out, that's me leaving off the sides of the head. As you can see, I pointed it out. As you can see, I referenced 3 points that I looked in the mirror and I said, okay, so this is still dark in these areas. Listen, guys, if you're a beginner barber out here or you're in barber school, make sure that you're referencing the mirror. Check for your dark spots. I know we don't start off perfect, but the goal is to get as close to perfect as possible. And whenever I see dark lines or anything, I try to make sure I give my client the best cut that I'm able to give, even when I'm still learning. Because we never stop learning, guys. We always have things that we need to learn. I learned a lot in barber school that you can't really care about what other people say about you as long as you continue to grow and you focus on yourself. I promise you, all the barbers that you look up to, one day you will be there. I do not doubt that. So if you're pushed to do barbering, don't look at everybody else's haircut and think that you're going to get there overnight. It takes time, dedication, and hard work. As you can see, I'm going in, fading his beard on the side. Now, as you can see, his beard is missing parts on the side and the corners here when sculpting his face, but I didn't want to dig into it too much because it was hair there. The hair just is really light. So you see me sculpting it with that 1.5. And the funny thing is, he has a barber though. He has a barber that he goes to, and he saw me cutting somebody else's hair, so he wanted to try me out. I think this was actually the second time I cut his hair. Because he had hair on the top on the top, but it was so light, and he wanted to shave it all off. But I told him, let's try to do a bald fade because I think that would look good on you. But he's gonna eventually shave all his hair off because he wants to get head tattoos on the side. So maybe I could still talk him into like getting a higher fade, but just keeping that hair up there because I think it looks real nice on him. This was the first time I actually used this trimmer, and I'm not gonna even lie, I honestly don't see what the hype is. Sometimes it was snagging for me, as well as the Stylecraft clipper. It would snag in certain areas. I noticed that if there is a bump on the skin, these will pull. So I guess they said that you want to change the blade on them, but I feel like for as much as they cost, you should not have to change the blade on it. And that's my honest opinion. The goal is to tell the truth. And I don't like to buy things that I have to modify or buy another blade in order to make the clipper the way that I want to use it. If I'm spending $200 or $300 on a clipper, I want it to be able to perform out of the box. I shouldn't have to do extra work. So as you can see here, I'm just cleaning it up. I have it closed. I just clicked it one time and I'm going down. As you can see, my system that I like to do when I'm fading, I like to click that lever from the first one to the second one to the third one. That's crazy. Okay, I think I sprayed some holding spray on his hair and I'm just blow drying it down. Well, not a blow dry. I'm using my air blower to dry it because I didn't want hot heat on his head when the holding spray, because I noticed it'll make it real sticky and I don't like that. So I'm sculpting the beard, just hitting the corners first, trying to leave it in a sense of how he would want it. Because you know people are very sensitive about their beards. just bringing it a little closer to the lip. And I'm doing the same on the other side, just detailing on the inside of the beard to catch anything that's hanging over. Because what I have noticed is like little whiskers on guys that sometimes they tend to hang over into their mouth. Now I'm just putting a light line on the bottom. Hitting the corners again, then I'm going to proceed to the opposite side. We're trying to get it symmetrical, but I'm not digging too much. I'm very light on the pressure that I'm giving. Now I'm sculpting inside the beard, and like I said, these tremors I wasn't really used to. So a lot of times you'll see me hitting spots more than once. And the way that I'm shaping his beard, I'm trying not to dig too much. I'm not trying to dig at all. This is the lightest pressure, and I'm being very careful. Very careful. Because you don't want to cut that lip. Now I'm going to move on to the lineup part of it, which I can say the lineup is my favorite part of the haircut. It's something about putting a fresh line on a hairline or a beard. If you're watching this video and you made it this far into the video, comment below what is your favorite part of a haircut. I know we all have different outlooks on it, but sculpting is definitely my favorite one. Like just putting a line up on a fade or watching the beard blend come together by putting that line on it. Because we all know that the cut looks totally different once you finish it up with those last minute details. You can already see from the side that once I put the line on the beard, that thing gonna be right. You see people, they're in the background, they're just watching. I really don't be seeing them when I'm recording though. I don't see them until this part of the video, once I'm doing my editing and things. You see, he had to turn around and look in the mirror. He had to see. The camera went out of focus, but it's definitely going to come back. It's just, I'm doing too much movement for it. Now I'm going in with the razor. This is the part that I've been waiting for. I'm excited for this part. I'm honestly going through watching the video with you guys the same time that I'm talking. Look, he looking at that thing. He feeling himself. And that's what you want. You want your client to feel good about it. He let out a little smile, like he cut his eyes in that mirror. He feeling himself. Look at that. Just guys, just look with me, man. Like, this is crazy. This is so crazy. Just to watch this come together and just to be in barber school doing this. As you can see how I faded it, I made sure that I didn't dig into those corners because he said he was trying to grow those. So I didn't really want to dig into them. I think this is the part where I'm preparing the spray. But like I said, I'm not cutting anything out really. So I try to leave a lot of the background in it. Look, you trying to see what I got. It's so funny, but I love it. I literally love cutting hair. It's something that I've been doing for a while, and I actually started taking it a lot serious, and I fell in love with it all over again. And I said, the heck with cutting on the porch. The heck with cutting on the porch. Let's make it official. As you can see, that machine blows really good. It blows really good. Yeah, gotta say I'm loving that. Make sure that when you're spraying this, you're not too close up on the client, because you want it to look as natural as possible without the darkness. But I like to spray spritz, and then I'm probably going to, I want to say I might come in with some fibers. Yep. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm probably the only one in my class that uses this method. The only one in my class that uses the fibers and the hairspray. Yeah, he had them light areas, so we just cleaning up. Look at him. He had the conversation, got you looking right. We all still learning in this game. I will say that we all are learning. I know when editing a video, a lot of people cut a lot of things out, but I edited this video the least amount as possible. Like a lot of this stuff, like dead space that you see, I just left it. The cut is already extra clean, but you know, I'm going to definitely come back in. I gotta work on that lineup, bro. I do. That's an area that I was struggling with because this is like one of the earlier cuts I did. So I felt like I got a lot better. I did feel like I got a lot better. Yes, sir. He going to sleep, and you know I'm gonna hit it with a razor. You know I got to. I'm about to break his damn neck. Don't judge me. I left it there. He was like, nah, he good. You know, you guys can just leave in the comments what you want to see. I do graduate in May. So I'm really just trying to grind it out. I'm working on my technique. I'm trying to get better before I go into a barber shop. But I felt like I've grown a lot since this cut though. I feel like I've grown a whole lot since when I first did this cut. And I also got used to his head. As you can see, a lot of people walk in my background. This is constantly. Just cutting off those extra hairs. When people go to sleep in your chair, man, they have faith in you. They really do. They trust you to fall asleep in your chair while you doing the work. I could have made him look like what the fuck ever, but he was definitely like, these clippers aren't that sharp, so I was able to just clean up. I caught a look in the mirror and I saw something. Gotta make sure that you utilizing that mirror. As you can see, I can see the beard is a little high on one side, but I like to record myself so that I could go back in and maybe see what I missed. What can I do differently next time? You know, we all struggle with something, but I'm just transparent about mine. You know, a lot of people don't like critiques. A lot of people don't like for people to tell them how their cuts are. You post cuts on the internet. What you think gonna happen? Every comment is gonna be positive? Yes, sir. Yeah. Buddy is knocked out. Look, he waking up like for real, for real. Yeah, when he leaned up, I saw that it was pretty much straight. It was pretty much straight. That's what. See that? I thought looking at that angle that it wasn't straight, but looking at this angle, you can see that thing is, yeah. That's why you want to make sure you keep their face straight and not leaning over, because you'll mess around and go back in and try to clean up something when all you have to do is turn them a certain type of way. Look, I'm walking around and shit. I done left his ass. And he knocked out over there. But this my boy, man. He cool as hell. Like, he a real cool guy. Like, I really do enjoy him. Like, you know, he checking himself out. He know he look good. He know the cut is fire. And to be honest, yeah, I'm in barber school. And I can only imagine once I finish what type of barber I'm going to be. I'm just gonna keep working on my craft, keep working on cleaning up. You know, somebody must have told him it looked good. Yeah, man. I try to do as much as I can. As you can see, I'm steady going. I'm steady trying to. I see any little hair sticking out on anything, I'm going in. I do have to work on getting my curvature right though, but other than that, like, as far as crispiness, I think I got it. And you see him, he wanted to be in the camera. Yeah. They want to ask me about the ship shape. This is cherry alcohol. Go to your local beauty supply and you can grab this. I think it's Sally's. You get a big thing, you get a gallon of this